Good evening. I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening. Garage Gang. Wow, what is going on? Today is Thursday, April 3rd. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I got an exciting show for you today. It's only me by myself. So what's up, legends? It's me, Guru, coming to you from cool California. California loving. I'm just playing. All right, so we're going to do a little go deep session. Got a couple things to talk about. I mean, the market has been a little volatile today. I mean, stocks have been volatile. Excuse me, everything's been volatile. Sorry, I got home so late. We're rocking at the store. Everyone's trying to beat those tariff pricing. So we'll talk about what's happening. Hope you guys are having a great night. Here we go. Let's talk about it. So my boy, let's talk with the big dogs in crypto today. So, I've been following my boy Arthur Hayes. He is BitMEX's co-founder. He just dropped a heater, right? He's predicting Bitcoin to be every time I start the show, we start going on pumps. He's predicting Bitcoin at 250K by the end of 2025 if the Fed pivots, right? What he's saying, if the Fed pivots to QE, which is quantitative easing, he's betting big on global liquidity, right? So, and tonight's Fed rumors could add fuel to the fire. So keep that 70K BTC breakout zone in sight. Like I hate to say it, if it goes to 70K, that's probably the target on a dip. But right now we are still pumping in that 82K zone. So keep your eyes on it. What we're going to see, even with the news today, Bitcoin did a pretty strong job. We'll kind of break down where it's at and where it's going. Tariff hit cryptos, but hit stocks even harder. So the tariffs didn't just hit China. It smacked the U.S. cryptos, stocks too, right? So Coinbase is down 4%. BTC is down 2.3%. ETH down 3.3%. It's a risk off Ripple, and the market is still processing it, right? So, but let me tell you, BTC, I really think did a pretty good job. So AI tokens are struggling. Tau was down 10% today. I hope you guys had a chance to see my Tau deep dive the other day. It was really good. I think it's really good. Kind of broke down some of the logistics of what's going on in the Tau project, what's happening. But I really like that project. Again, nothing I say here is financial advice. And whoa, as I just said that, I realized, boom, I better make sure this is on there. Nothing I say here is financial advice. You do your own research, right? I really like Tau as a project. I broke down a couple ways that we can see triple digit Tau, how it works. You have XIA, which is and NEURA also cooling off, right? So you had some big hits. NEURA calmed down a little bit, but don't sleep, guys. This could be a great shakeout before the narrative shifts, and you could get a surge. Let me tell you, I looked at today as a good time to DCA. And if you don't know what DCA means, that's basically dollar cost average, right? So, hey, things are down. All I look at is if I have any extra dough at all, I try and DCA what I can, because let me tell you, these are the times when there's blood in the streets is when you're buying, right? Not when it's pumping. I mean, if you're buying when it's pumping, yeah, you're going to gain a little bit of the pump, but that's not your 10x, 15x gains. Right now, your 10, 15, 20, 30x gains are all made when there's blood in the streets, right? And right now, you don't even have to be a genius to make big gains that are going to be coming, right? Because right now, all the major stuff is down. So this stuff is all going to bounce back. In my mind, again, nothing I say is financial advice. You do your own research. But we can even go into the dirty right now. So we'll talk memes a little bit. BONK had a 25% uplift today. What is going on there? Another major DEX rumor on BONK, right? BONK, I feel like BONK's listed everywhere. You know what I mean? So, but if you don't have BONK's been around for a couple, a little over 2 years. BONK had its big debut with the Solana, the first Solana phone, right? I have the new Sol phone coming. I ordered it. I'm still waiting, right? But it should be here, whenever they launch it. But anyway, the first Sol phone had a bunch of BONK listed on it. So basically, if you would have had one of the first phones, and when it finally got to you, in each wallet of those phones, I think you had like $5,000 worth of BONK right when you got the phone. It was pretty amazing, right? Analysts are calling a possible 230% run by the end of April. So that's crazy, guys. We'll see what that looks like. Entry targets around 0.00025. Dogs is getting some early traction too. Watch the volume. Dogs, DOGS, getting some early traction. But let's go into Bitcoin. Oh, you know what? Sorry, guys. I had it up. Let me try and present. I want to do a share screen. Windows. And we're looking for the Bitcoin screen. And let's bring it up. Okay. Bitcoin right now sitting at a cool 82,768. But here's what we're looking at, guys. So now let's go over I'll go over the chart with you. And here's kind of what I'm seeing right now. The 1 minute chart. Yeah, I'm on. Let's get to the 1 minute chart first, right? The 1 minute chart right now, kind of showing that buy zone. We're in that buy zone for me. I'm showing a resistance of somewhere around 83.5 to 83.2. The breakout zone is 82.8, right? So I feel like we break above that 82.8. We should start rocking and rolling again, but we'll see how that really looks. The 15-minute chart is still holding pretty strong. Again, this is a kind of, we'll see how this really goes tonight, right? It's holding at about 82,850, right? Again, if we stay above target, I see an 83,684, 84 gram Bitcoin, right? We just got to stay above target, and we should pump the 83,6 to 84 grand. If we break below 82.2 is probably our retest area. So that's kind of what I see as the retest. But again, don't take anything I say as financial advice. This is your, to me, this will be your sniper zone. Hold on, sorry. Keep your trade smart. Like I said, guys, if you're going to try and trade leverage, that'll be a whole different video. I don't know if you guys are into leverage or not. I've actually made some good plays today using leverage this morning. There was pretty obvious plays. Actually, I made some good plays yesterday too, with the whole, what do you call it, day. That was pretty easy to call that market. But anyway, we'll go there. But we'll let the price come to you. I learned one thing that, and Warren Buffett says the best. He said, the market is a device for transferring the money from the impatient to the patient. You got to be patient. One thing that I see with most leverage traders, even myself sometimes, you just get bored and you want to make a trade. Don't just wait. You got to wait. That's where it is. No reason to trade, just trade, right? If it doesn't make sense, don't make the trade on any trade, right? If it doesn't make sense, don't make the trade. Anyway, traditional market recap. What happened today? Let's hit the equity side of the world. NVDA 101.8. That's down 7.8%. 78% year-over-year record. Year-on-year record, right? 39 billion quarter. Apple 203.19, that's down 9.3%, even after AI-packed iOS 18.4 release. CVX at 156.12, down 6.2%. Still getting love from Kramer, right? Oh, God. You got to always remember you got that reverse Kramer going on. So, anyway, let me get this off screen. We talked Bitcoin already. Anyway, a CRSP gene editing hype brewing, down 4.4% today. So big AI names are pulling back, right? That's entry opportunity if you're in the stock market. If sentiment swings, tech, biotech, energy, keep your radar wide, right? Those are some of the areas I'm always looking at. So the macro mood swings, the DXY versus BTC, right? So this has been something pretty interesting to me when you're looking at the DXY. So let's talk macro, because the real moves start with the dollar, right? So DXY closed at 101.96, down 1.77% today. Biggest drop in weeks, right? Why? The tariffs spark gold recession fears, right? But here's the twist. Bitcoin also dropped 1%. Usually a falling dollar is good for Bitcoin. Let's be honest right now. So, but when both drop, that's a macro squeeze, right? So investors are in risk off mode. So be careful. Reducing exposure to everything, not just stocks, right? So when the dollar and Bitcoin fall together, I'm going to tell you guys, tighten your stops, don't overcommit, and wait for clarity, right? That's all we're waiting for right now. We got to wait for market clarity. We got to see what's going on. But a lot going on. So I'm going to give you some of the cross market alpha that I'm seeing. There's a lot of rumors flying around about Fed cut rumors, right? If the Feds make the cuts like we're talking, that will be super bullish, but we'll see what that really looks like, right? The AI sector we talked about, Tau, you had XAI, right? In crypto and NVIDIA and AMD and stocks, same wave, the same exact wave. So whatever you're in, if you're in the stock market, if you're into crypto, these are the projects I'm looking at, right? I'm looking at Tau because of what it does, but it's comparable to AMD and comparable to NVIDIA. Retail speculation, bonks and dogs. Again, it's up to you. I don't say don't put any money. These are all meme coins. You'll probably lose all your money, but it's a wild ride. And you got Tesla is a wild ride, right? Tesla is a good buy zone, right? You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of FUD on Tesla right now, but like I tell everyone, the guy's a genius. You can't replace him, right? And there's money to be made. I actually see it. I right now, everyone's like, you see what this guy's done to the market? I absolutely see it today. I think we're going to have a bounce tomorrow. Again, I could be completely wrong. You guys could fillet me tomorrow if I'm wrong. But I was telling Christian, I said, I see Thursday as a big dip, and I see Friday as a bounce back. I'm just looking at the charts, right? I'm looking at the charts, and I know how this guy works, and we'll see. And I could be completely off. You could be completely off. Do not do anything I say. But, I have some speculation about tomorrow. The digital gold teas, the MAGA coin's been pumping. There's a lot going on right now. I do not listen to the girl. She always distracts me. That is my ETH. That is my ETH finale. It always tells me go look at ETH. So anyway, I got my alpha table, BTC. Like I told you, the scalp zone somewhere between 82,850 and 83.2. That could be some quick gains if you're looking at there. AI and crypto. I look at this Tau dip because I really see Tau as when everything starts banging as a $700, $800 project. In NEURA is on a pre-sale. But they also, I don't know if you guys look at Neural. I've been kind of looking at Neural AI. I'm going to do a deep dive into Neural AI. It's a lot smaller project, but I like Neural. We'll talk about that too, probably on a whole nother deep dive video. Meme coins, keep your eyes on BONK and dogs and stocks, NVIDIA, Apple, AI re-entry points. You guys look at it yourself. Energy, CVX, and XOM, right? They're oil scalps. And on biotech, CRSP. It's got a breakout watch. If you look at it, I think we're going to see a bounce there on CRSP. And my closing words: stay disciplined, guys. Stay lethal. Trade what you see, not what you hope for. The alpha's out there. Go take it. That's all I got. Guru out. We'll see you tomorrow, Garage Gang. Hope you guys having a great night.